Joy, relief, both?
Yeah, I think more than anything for the players in the group. They've had a tough start. I think with so much change at the club, so much transition. And I don't want to keep using it as an excuse. We knew the 3 opening games were extremely difficult. And again, I think you could see it the first 20 minutes a little bit nervy, a little bit edgy. But after the goal, I thought we settled a little bit. And yeah, I think for the players especially, really, really important to get that that first win. And again, I think hopefully it'll settle them now, and we can get back to getting ready for the weekend to go again.
That first league goal was always going to be important, and it seemed to just be a significant lift when Bradley Johnson scored that one.
Yeah, definitely. I thought especially before the goal, I think the biggest problems were us, not necessarily Port Vale. I don't think they caused us too many problems in the first 20 minutes. It was more just lacking control from turning the ball over too cheaply, or not structurally quite being right. So I thought the biggest probably challenges and issues were us in the first 20 minutes, not necessarily Port Vale. So I thought the goal then definitely settled us a little bit. And I thought there were some moments where we controlled the game with and without the ball, which was one big thing that's important for us is maintaining control throughout. So that was it was a moment of real quality from Brad, which was key.
And the second one as well, as it turned out, even more important.
Yeah. I saw 3 of them stood over it. And I knew exactly who I wanted to take it, so I was ready to react if he didn't. So look, I think Brad's been terrific since he came in. His leadership, but also his quality. He was obviously disappointed, as he said himself, after the game at the weekend. So to respond and to bounce back like that speaks volumes of him as a person and a pro. And you look at the career he's had. His experience for the group is going to be invaluable over the course of the season.
Didn't make it completely easy. A few jitters at the end with that goal late on.
Yeah, could have done without it, to be totally honest. I think everybody was a little edgy, a little nervy, and I thought the fans definitely helped us get through it second half. I thought there was a real good volume and a good noise second half, and I think that their patience, their understanding, them getting behind the team like they did second half, I think is really, it gets you through sticky periods and tough periods like that, which you see in there. The lads know that we have to play better and we want to play better, but I challenged them before the game, do what it takes to win, and we did that tonight.
Lou Rau came off. Was that tactical or injury? Because you did switch tactically, so was that the reason?
Yeah, we spoke about it after time. We actually wanted to be on the front foot more and be slightly more, aggressive and actually overload the middle of the pitch. So that was the main reason. I thought with how they were pressing. There's a few times first half where it went out to skip and he had no option back inside due to how we were set up. So it was actually to try and be a bit more aggressive and not sit back, play more on the front foot. Which there were spells, I thought, especially start of the second half where we started to get hold of the ball and there was flashes, but that was the main reason for the change.
Overall, obviously, the victory, and that was the most important thing, but performance-wise, happy as well?
No, I think we've got levels to go through. I think we need to be better, ultimately. I think everybody's probably aware of that. The players, spoke about it afterwards in the changing room, obviously disappointed to concede, and, moments where, the consistency, the quality, not where it needs to be, but, after 3 losses and, a difficult game, obviously, Sheffield Wednesday, we've had an experience where we played well and didn't win. Ipswich, we didn't play well and didn't win. So tonight, I think it's that the group's still going through those experiences of playing to our style, but to win the game. And I think that's the key thing. People talk around the style so much, but ultimately we play that way to win games. So players are still learning and getting up to speed and have to go through a variety of difficult experiences to get better and grow as a group. So I think that's probably the biggest reflection on tonight.
How much of a weight off your shoulders is it to get points and goals and get it all out of your system, so to speak?
Does it look like it? I think first and foremost, it's just massive. I think for the players in terms of they work so hard. It's such an intense program. We're quite light on numbers because of the volume of injuries we've got. So I think we've had a lot of challenges early on already in this season. So I think for the players and definitely the staff, I see how hard the staff work. The amount of hours they put in, the intensity that we drive here. I think that first and foremost is probably for all the fans that have supported us and got behind it, and the staff and the players. But I think you can't get carried away now. We've got another tough game on Saturday where we have to reflect, analyse, and look to be better to go and win on Saturday.
When you mentioned the fans getting you through those moments of stoppage time, but it felt like as well they understood that it's obviously some teething issues that you're having. but you guys are now starting to get there a little bit more.
Yeah, they're key to it. I think, and I think hopefully the fans feel it. We've been open and honest around the team and where the team's at and what we might have to go through early days. So again, I think their patience, their understanding, and it doesn't. I think there's still an expectation. I don't want to make excuses for when we're not at the level it needs to be, but I think from that angle, the second half especially, I thought the noise, the volume really did drive the lads through to the end.
And I feel like I asked you about Dawson Devitt an awful lot, but he came on this evening, and just before he came on, the cowshed were in full voice singing his name. I mean, that must be a huge vote of confidence for him as well, knowing that the fans are really excited to see him come on.
Yeah, no. Again, it'll be I'm sure, a proud moment for him, and one that I'm sure he'll remember fondly. So, Dawson's a good footballer. He's got a really good footballing brain, and I think that little experiences like that tonight are only gonna, and Sutton when he played and did really well. I think he's going to play a part this season. I think that's the challenge for everybody. When you do step on the pitch, can you have an impact? Can you contribute to what the team needs? And he did that at the end tonight.
Another player we seem to talk about quite a lot is Matt Dennis. I mean, he took some real hits tonight, didn't he? From getting booted up in the air in the first half to running into getting a head injury as well. He doesn't half shy away from the physical side of things.
Yeah, I think he put in a good performance tonight. I thought he's physical. He played to his strengths and his attributes, which are really important. I thought he caused them problems in terms of the physicality and the running, and I think he's a terrific opportunity for him at the minute, which has happened probably a lot sooner than maybe him and me expected. So it's great that he's been able to step in and lead the line like he did tonight. I thought the out of possession stuff, which we challenged the front three especially today. Be the best defenders in the team, and that's the expectation in terms of everybody attacks, everybody defends. And I thought him and Matty Smith, Kempy, they set the tone well, especially start the second half with the out of possession press.
It felt like as well the chances felt slightly different tonight in that people getting into opportunities. Brad hits that shot from 20 odd yards. I think Matt Dennis also had one that skipped wide, just the keeper saves it. But you guys were having a go from range.
Yeah, I think we work hard to try and our job to try and go back a mid third. We'll get you to the top third. Then it's on you to to be creative, and of course we give them ideas and things to work on. But when you get in the top third, I want the players to express themselves. I want them to take shots, take people on 1v1. Try and play little 1-2s, try and get crosses in the box, and it's always that balance of controlling the game versus being creative and chasing a second goal, and that's one thing we spoke about half time. Don't become passive, don't sit off, don't play on the back foot. Let's try and play on the front foot, which is why we made the change. So yeah, I think there was some good moments tonight.
Another player that I thought had a good game, particularly in the second half, was Henry Lawrence going forward, but also stopping that shot off the line. You must have been quite relieved when he did that.
Yeah, I was really pleased with Henry tonight. I thought he had a real solid performance. I thought he showed some of the attributes and qualities that we brought him in for. So again, I think the challenge with him and quite a few of the guys is now finding a consistent level of performance. So he should go away pleased with how he did tonight, and the challenge is to go again at the weekend.
Obviously the points are the most important, but disappointed to concede that goal late.
Yeah, of course. I think especially from set pieces, we don't want to concede goals. We don't want to concede goals definitely from set pieces. So it was a poor one to concede, but ultimately I think the biggest thing tonight to take away is the confidence from the win.
One of the recurring catchphrases last season was not to get too high or too low after each respective result. How important was it not to get too down from Ipswich on Saturday, just say move on, just learn from that one?
I think that was probably the biggest message to the lads. In it, the emotional side of it's such a key aspect in football, and I thought there was a completely different feeling and emotion in the changing room after Sheffield Wednesday when we lost versus Ipswich, purely because I thought Sheffield Wednesday was closer to our level. Ipswich was nowhere near it, and the players know that. The players are honest, they feel it as well. So our job was we have to pick them up, we have to go again. We can't sit around and feel sorry for ourselves. And I think sometimes it's a lot harder to not get too low than it is to not get too high. So I think especially when you look at it, that for me, I could feel the nerves. I could see the nerves a little bit at the start of the game, which is understandable. But ultimately, if we want to be the best team we can, we have to show qualities in moments of pressure.